Hi, I'm Mrs. Sarshik, and this is a lesson on multiplying decimals. So you can see 10 to the first power is the number 10 itself. 10 squared is 100. 10 cubed is 1,000. 10 4 is 10,000. The number here in the upper corner, if you'll remember, is called an exponent. And so if you look at the pattern, the exponents refer to the number of zeros in the number. So 10 squared has 2 zeros. 10 cubed likewise has 3 zeros. So let's look at our multiplying with decimals. The rule is when you multiply a decimal by a multiple of 10, that means 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, you take the following steps. First, rewrite the decimal. Second, count the zeros in the multiplier. Third, move the decimal point that number of places to the right. So our example here is 2 35/100 times 100. So the first thing I do is rewrite the decimal, which would be 2.35. I count the number of zeros in the multiplier. 1, 2. I move the decimal point that number of places to the right. So what I would do here is move it 1, 2 places to the right. And my product of 2.35 times 100 is 235. That makes sense because we're multiplying. So when we're multiplying by a multiple of 100, I would expect the product, the answer, to be larger than the number we're multiplying. To make a decimal larger, I would have to move the decimal to the right. Let's look at what we do if there are not enough places when you move the decimal to the right. The rule is you fill it in with zeros. So we're looking at the same, one of the same factors, 2.35. This time we're multiplying it by 10,000. So if you remember, what I'm going to do is rewrite the decimal, 2.35. I count the number of zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. I move my decimal point that number of places to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I fill in with zeros. So these are two with places without numbers, so I put zeros there. So the answer, the product of 2.35 times 10,000 is 23,500. If you think about it again, when multiplying a decimal by a whole number, the product should be larger than the number we're multiplying. Thus the need to move the decimals to the right. So let's practice with a few numbers. I was trying to match the ink and didn't quite do it, but it will work. 0.7 times 10. You rewrite the number, you count the zeros, you move the decimal to the right, and we'll erase at the end to see what our answers are. But this answer, let's say, is 7. 4.5 times 100. Let's do it, try it here. 4.5, count the zeros, move it 1, 2 places to the right. So I have an answer of 450. 0.789 times 1,000, 0.789. Count the zeros. I'm going to change colors. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have 7, 8, 9. 0.25 times 1,000. 0.25, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In this case, I fill in with a 0, so my answer is 250. In this case, I have 1 0, so I move it 1 place, and my answer would be 12.5. So what you should have done is maybe pause as I did each one of these and tested your own answers up against mine. We pick up the eraser and we erase to reveal. Let's hope I did these all correctly. And we have a check, a check, a check, a check, a check. Okay, I hope this lesson helps. And this is Mrs. Sarshik signing off. Bye.